Hello, it's Charles with Uber Eats. Today is Tuesday, the 17th of March, 2026, and I am blessed and grateful because I received the precious gift of tomorrow with God's wake-up call, and I got to see another day here in beautiful, sunny, warm Tampa, Florida. And you also woke up this morning after receiving God's wake-up call, and you received that precious gift of tomorrow and got to see another day here on earth. Tomorrow is most definitely a blessing of a gift to receive because not everybody that went to sleep last night woke up this morning and got to see another day. So I, for one, am most definitely blessed and feel grateful to the good Lord for giving me another day here on earth. God is good. God is great. Always and always. Amen. And I'm blessed and grateful for having Jesus Christ in my life. Jesus Christ is my Savior, my Redeemer, and my Advocate. I love Jesus Christ. I'm sitting outside here at my normal spot at the Circle K, and I've been inside, and I got a different cup. I got a Chick-fil-A cup this time. I got rid of that old Starbucks cup. I picked up food yesterday at a Chick-fil-A, and I had a little bit of a wait, and the atmosphere and the mood in that Chick-fil-A was chaotic. Unlike most Chick-fil-A's, they were very disorganized and were getting food out quite late. So the manager was nice enough to offer me a free drink because I had waited so long. So I've got a new cup for a while until this one breaks on me. I don't imagine it'll last me too long because it's styrofoam, but I'm going to keep it as long as I can. I did buy a Powerball ticket last night at the Circle K by my camper. I bought this at 7:26 p.m. last night. I nearly forgot to get it. I had to run back up to the gas station and buy this, but I didn't hit a single number on the drawing that came through on the Powerball last night, which was the 16th of March. The number that came in last night was 7, 10, 20, 47, 52, and the Powerball of 20. And I don't play any of those numbers. So I didn't hit a single number. And no one hit the jackpot according to the Powerball website. So Wednesday's jackpot is now over 101 million according to the website. That's for Wednesday's drawing, the 18th of March. There's my ticket. So I need to replay this number again before Wednesday night. And this with the time right now being 5:36 a.m. and weather-atlas.com saying the sun will rise today at 7:36 a.m. That's 2 hours exactly from now. And the sun will set this evening at 7:39 p.m. So today, Tampa will enjoy over 12 hours and 3 minutes of daylight. I'm gonna go ahead. There's my free cup of ice. You can't see, but it's filled to the brim. And this Tuesday morning, I went with the peach tea flavor. See that peach tea Monster Rehab? Revive, refresh, recover. I got peach tea this morning. And with today being the 17th of March, and this can saying A2613, this can is 2 months and 4 days old. 2 months, 4 days old. It's a very fresh can of their peach tea. I'm going to go ahead and get it cracked open here. I won't nearly get as much of it poured out this time. This cup's a little bit smaller than the Starbucks cup I had. I should be able to get the rest of it now. Nearly. Good. See if it's any good cold, ice cold. Oh yeah, that's really good. That's good stuff. Gas prices are going crazy again this morning. Yesterday, this Circle K had their 87 grade gas. If you pay cash, they had it at $3.69. It was $3.79 if you use a debit or credit card. But this morning, the cash price is 20 cents higher for the 87 grade. It's up to $3.89. That's a change of 20 cents in just a day. And according to AAA and Gas Buddy, both the Florida state average and the national price of gas has went up also from yesterday. Florida's average price of gas has went up 14 cents just in a day to $3.84, and the national price of gas average price has went up 10 cents from $3.69 to $3.79 this morning. So this Circle K is higher than the Florida state average by 5 cents, and it's higher than the national price of gas by 10 cents. And if I had to guess, it has something to do with this being spring break. Spring break has started, so I think some states are taking advantage of that, or taking advantage of travelers that are going to be going down to the southern states, Florida, Georgia, for spring break. So they're taking advantage of that and gouging people, because that's an awful huge jump in price just in the state of Florida alone. It's much higher than the national average price went up. So I think that's part of what's going on, aside from the war that we're having in Iraq, or Iran, the war in Iran. I checked out my numbers on the Uber Eats app, and I didn't remind all my customers, but I reminded the majority of them about the survey and how much I'd appreciate getting some feedback on my service. And I know a couple of them said they would. One guy texted me back that he said I got you when I asked him to give me a response to my survey, but nobody did. That guy didn't, and no one did. My numbers are all the same from yesterday. I'm still at 705 deliver with care. My friendly score is still, I have 621 people responded that I'm a friendly delivery driver. My quick and efficient is at 612. My good communicator is at 606, and my area of opportunity is still a perfect handoff, delivering with a perfect handoff. I have 583 respondents there. But the good news from yesterday is, aside from my getting this new Chick-fil-A cup, I got the guy gave me a free cup of Dr. Pepper. Aside from that, I met my goal on trips. I had 21 customers, and I had 20 of those trips count towards that 120 deliveries I need to complete this week to get an extra $245. I learned something from that experience yesterday. It seems like courier trips don't count towards that. It has to be a Home Depot, a Lowe's, or a Hart, some store like that, or a restaurant that counts towards that goal. You can't do courier savers towards that goal. And they don't say that in the explanation of the rules, but I learned that yesterday. One of my trips was a courier saver, and I have to guess that's why the 21 trips didn't count. All 21 trips didn't count towards my quest this week. Just 20 of them did. Other than checking out the sunrise time and the sunset time, I also looked into what that website, weather-atlas.com, had to say about the weather today. And I caught some weather reports on the radio. It wasn't a regular weather broadcast. It was just part of a traffic alert. And the Florida Highway Patrol issued a high wind warning for the Sunrise Bridge. I think that's the bridge that spans the gap between St. Petersburg and Clearwater. I believe that's the name of that bridge. But they had a high wind advisory for that bridge this morning. So I don't notice much high winds out in my part of Tampa Bay, but out towards the coast you get higher winds because of the Gulf of America, I suppose. But I wrote down what that website, weather-atlas.com, had to say about the weather today, and this is what it wrote. It said, on Tuesday, March 17th, expect sunny moments with alternating patchy cloud cover. The high is expected to be 61 degrees with a low of 46 overnight going into Wednesday morning, which it's 48 degrees this morning. It's a little bit chilly, especially for Tampa, Florida. So it is a little bit chilly this morning. Humidity will be at 44%, and winds will be out of the north at 12 miles an hour, which is also contributing to the colder weather right now. We've got winds coming out of the north, so that all makes sense. I also asked Meta AI about the weather this morning, what weather I can expect. And Meta AI responded, Tampa's weather forecast for Tuesday, March 17 looks like a mix of sun and clouds with highs in the low 60s and lows in the mid 40s. You could expect intervals of clouds and sunshine with winds blowing at 10 to 15 miles an hour out of the north. And then I also checked out the YouTube page Fox 13 Tampa Bay. They had meteorologist Valerie Mills on there. She said expect partly sunny skies on Tuesday with a high of 62, and it's going to be quite dry, she said. A low of 47 overnight going into Wednesday morning. She went on to say that Tuesday morning will be more than 20 degrees colder than it was Monday morning with the recent cold front that passed through. That's the extent of what Valerie Mills had to say about the weather. She's had more comments. It mostly was related to the relief of drought. The recent rain has really relieved the drought that most of Florida has been under. So drought conditions are much less severe, Valerie Mills said. I was looking over my deliveries that I completed yesterday. I nearly forgot. I had such a great week last week with the bonus that I earned with those trips I completed. I was able to pay my rent early, so I stopped in to the house. The landlord was there, and I stopped in and paid my rent early, so I won't have to worry about rent for another 6 weeks. So that's another great thing that happened for me yesterday. I did write down all the deliveries I completed yesterday, and I had 21 customers, and it looks like I had 10 trips with those 21 customers. And I started out the day with a single, was for Lauren. Lauren wanted a raining berry order picked up from the Brandon Boulevard location, West Brandon Boulevard. Lauren's fare for picking up that raining berries was $7.04, and she tipped me $7.29, so I made $14.33 yesterday on that first trip. That was a great way to start out the day. A great earnings trip. I really appreciate you, Lauren. You didn't have to tip me anything at all, but you did, and I appreciate you. That was kind, generous, and very thoughtful of you. After dropping off Lauren's raining berry order, I went on a double for Emily and Andy. Emily wanted Dunkin' Donuts and coffee picked up from the Dunkin' Donuts on Kennedy. And then Andy wanted coffee picked up from Starbucks on Kennedy. Andy and Emily, their fare was $5.23, and they tipped me $6.43, so I made $11.66 for picking up Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts for Andy and Emily. Thank you, Emily and Andy, for the generous $6.43 tip. I really appreciate the both of you. I appreciate all my customers I had yesterday. If it weren't for my customers, I wouldn't be able to afford my rent, car insurance, gas, food, keep clothes on my back, and save up for my next car that I'm going to most likely have to buy next year. So, and my retirement, I'm saving up for my retirement too. So I appreciate all my customers I had yesterday. All the tips and fares I earned. I appreciate everybody. After dropping off Andy's Starbucks order, I went on trip number 3 for Valerie and Asia. Asia wanted Wendy's breakfast picked up from Kennedy Boulevard, and Valerie was the courier saver delivery I took. So I earned a fare. I'm not sure how the tips and fares broke down. It just said I earned $19.04 for that trip. So I appreciate you, Asia. I'm assuming you tipped me, but the app didn't show me that. So sometimes when deliveries get tied in with courier savers, it kind of screws up how they are reported, and you don't get to see all the information because the courier you don't earn a tip for a courier saver, you just earn a fare. So I appreciate you, Asia and Valerie, for the business, and I appreciate you for the tip I'm assuming you gave me, Asia. Thank you so much, Valerie and Asia, for the business. I appreciate the both of you. And then I went on a triple. Number 4 was a triple for Carmen, Michelle, and Jose. Carmen wanted El Migro Mexican Market on Bay Street. Michelle wanted Seminole Subs and Gyros on Seminole Boulevard. And Jose wanted Arby's picked up from Almerton Road. Jose, Michelle, and Carmen, they tipped me $6.39 and I earned a fare of $8.12, so I made $14.51 for picking up that triple for Jose, Michelle, and Carmen. I appreciate the tips and the business. I earned a fare from all 3 of you, so thank you, Jose, Michelle, and Carmen. You were very kind and generous with your $6.39 tip. Then trip number 5 was another triple, it looks like. Yes. Haley, Della, and Ellie. They tipped me $15.02 and I earned a fare of $13.08. So I made $28.10 for that triple, and that was the best paying run of the day. Thank you so much for the very generous over $15 tip, Della, Ellie, and Haley. I appreciate you. Haley wanted Campanella's Italian Restaurant and Pizza on 49th. Ellie wanted Huey Magoo's Chicken Tenders on North Park Boulevard. And Lois wanted Buttermilk Eatery on Pinellas. Lois, I was mistaken about that being Della. That was a Walmart order that I had to cancel. It didn't get canceled, it dropped. As soon as I got to the Walmart, the customer canceled it, so I got that screwed up. But it was for this order, this triple was for Lois, Ellie, and Haley. Haley wanted Campanella's Italian Restaurant and Pizza on 49th. Ellie wanted Hugh Magoo's Chicken Tenders on North Park, and Lois wanted Buttermilk Eatery on Pinellas on Highway 19. I earned $28.10 for that triple. Thank you so much for your kindness and generosity, Lois, Ellie, and Haley. I appreciate all 3 of you very much. After dropping off Lois's Buttermilk Eatery, Pinellas on Highway 19, I went on a double for Gabe and Nicole. Gabe wanted McDonald's picked up. This was trip number 6. Gabe wanted McDonald's from Gulfport Boulevard, and Nicole wanted Chick-fil-A on Gulf Boulevard. They were generous and tipped me $8.11, and their fare was $4, so I made $12.11 for picking up McDonald's for Gabe and Chick-fil-A for Nicole. I appreciate the generous tip of $8.11, Gabe and Nicole. Thank you so much for that, and I appreciate your business. After Nicole dropping off Nicole's Chick-fil-A order, I went on another double. This is trip number 7. Actually, this was a triple. Kenneth wanted Mayor's Grocery on Martin Luther King. FEMA wanted Zaxby's on 34th. And Jonathan wanted Chick-fil-A on 4th. Jonathan, FEMA, and Kenneth, they tipped me $11.21 and their fare was $4.29, so I made $15.50 for picking up that triple. Thank you so much for the very generous over $11 tip, Kenneth, FEMA, and Jonathan. I appreciate the 3 of you very much. Then I had a single. Number 8 was a single for Katie. Katie wanted Sweet Green on Central Avenue. Katie was very generous and tipped me $8. Thank you so much for the very generous $8 tip, Katie. And her fare was $2, so I made $10 even for delivering Katie's Sweet Green from Central Avenue. Thank you so much, Katie. I really appreciate you. And then trip number 9 was a double. Amber wanted La V, L-A-V, on Central Avenue, and Mia wanted Taste the Islands on 34th. Mia and Amber, they tipped me $8.19 and their fare was $6.20, so I made $14.39 for picking up that La Vie order and Taste the Islands order for Mia and Amber. Thank you so much for the very generous over $8 tip, Mia and Amber. I appreciate the both of you very much. Then I wrapped up the day with another double. Trip number 10 was a double for Daniel and Tay. Daniel wanted Panera on 66th and Tay wanted Sonic on 49th. They were both very generous and tipped me $11.14 and their fare was $4. So I made $15.14 on that double, and that got me to my goal of 20 trips towards my 120 goal this week. So I appreciate everybody, and I appreciate the both of you very much, Tay and Daniel. You got me over my goal for the day. So my hope for today is to do another 20 trips towards my goal of 120, and if I do that, if I do complete 120 trips this week, I'll get an extra $245. So I know I'll do it. It's just a matter of when, whether it's on Saturday or Sunday. Well, I'm going to wrap this up and get in and enjoy another wonderful big breakfast at McDonald's. I'm going to have 3 pancakes, hash brown, a biscuit with grape jelly, eggs, coffee, and a sausage patty. God bless you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.